in the beginning of the night, I was like, oh, we'll have like a couple drinks.
Open
Just have
for
like a nice
anything.
conversation.
Yeah. Sure.
Whatever happens, happens. I saw her in real life. And I was like, let's take a walk to the liquor store. Yeah. I do have an inner gangster, but people don't believe it.
Alright, if you had what would your inner gangster do? Right? Like, what kind of gangster shit do you think your inner gangster would do? Mine, definitely.
What would your inner gangster do?
Mine definitely sells drugs out of a baby stroller. Like, he definitely
That's
he sells drugs out of a baby stroller. He walks around the park all day. He looks like a good single dad until you walk up on him and like, let me get that 2 for $5. And
he's got a North Face jacket like all the way to the top.
He shakes a baby bottle and acts like it's milk, pops off the top of the nipple.
It's pure.
It's that Bolivia. Yeah. It's got that Bolivia in a bottle.
I think my inner gangster, like, kind of skims on his taxes slightly.
Okay, alright.
And he'll definitely like smoke weed to go to sleep.
Yeah. The 2 main things your inner gangster does.
And he'll also like he'll tell a female that he's busy tonight.
Yeah.
But he'd love to see them again on another afternoon.
He's a pretty reasonable gangster.
Yeah.
He'd be setting up what do they call the fucking rain checks? He'd be setting up rain checks.
I don't have time right now, but I can write you for a future endeavor in the next 2 to 4 months.
I have a IOU for my time. You can go ahead and turn this in. It's like a coupon.
Yeah.
I give them out at birthdays, bar mitzvahs, and other anniversaries.
I'll tell you how my inner gangster works. I wanna tell that story about the other night we tried to hang out.
Yeah.
With that when I was like, I think
the fucking date. Yes.
My date night.
Go. The date night, please.
So I can tell you, originally I was, after the night ended, I was like, I won't tell this story. It would be mean, and I wouldn't want to hurt this person's feelings.
Aww.
And then it wraps up so nicely, I can just tell it.
You had to tell the story, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. She, I can say.
I was like, oh, you fucking go away.
I'm trying to hide that energy. I'm like, go be a dude. Don't sound like
You're so progressive, Ryan. This is what you people thought about.
So this Oriental day. No.
Go ahead.
I'm just kidding. The pack of ramen. Hey,
Hey, you brought it home.
So, match with this person on Tinder. I'm not a big Tinder person in general.
Okay.
But like I'm on it because it's a pandemic, and I'm like, yeah, swipe. It's like, I don't know. I get sick of solitaire sometimes.
Yeah, I get you.
So it's like the same basic idea.
Right. Same finger movement.
Close out that room.
More judgment. That's what it is.
I can drink and do this. It's fun. Play by myself.
Right.
So I matched with this girl. Seemed cute enough.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. So we started like messaging. She works at a pizza shop. I was like, fine, she looks cute, fine. Yeah, I'll date a pizzeria girl. Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a project. I'll build her up.
There you go. Right? You start by the slice and you work your way up. I get you.
Exactly. Like everyone has to like grind.
You got to build it to a whole pie.
Yeah, you're not always where you want to be. I was like, fine, I'll meet up with this girl.
Yeah.
She's friendly enough.
It's Tinder. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Quick hookups. That's
what you're wagering is very low.
Okay. All right.
So, I should have known immediately. Because I'm like, she's like, hey, let's hang out. Perfect. I was like, what do you want to do? Do you want to like go somewhere? Like, let's go for a hike or some shit. Like,
yeah.
There's things we can do. She's like, I'm so bored. What do you want to go? She's like, let's just hang out at a house. I'm like, perfect, bam.
Yeah.
And then goes forward. She ends up like, we plan the night. Comes to the night. She's here. I walk outside to go see her, and she was kind of like, she was at the wrong entrance to our building.
Okay. So you didn't. Okay.
And like very much like a Batman comic, where like like the lamppost was down in front of her, and then she was in like the shadow.
The silhouette?
Yes, I just see the silhouette of her. I was like, uh-oh.
Am I about to fuck Batman?
No, the opposite.
Batman's about to fuck you?
I was like, this is like is that frail child? Is that frail child, the girl I met on Tinder? Turns around in the shadow. She's like, alright, she looks cute. Walks into the light. Oh my god.
Wow. Who? Really?
She was built like a Teddy Ruxpin with crack face. She looked like she was 98% stuffed animal.
Yo! So, like, it was body by mistake, is basically. Like,
her elbow was like stitching.
Get the fuck out of here. You were fucking Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Dude, yes.
Yo.
But like not as hot. So she like schlubs over to me.
Yo, alright. So she slubs over.
You know, it was in the beginning of the night. I was like, oh, we'll have like a couple drinks. Just have like a nice conversation.
Yeah. Sure.
Whatever happens, happens. I saw her in real life, and I was like, let's take a walk to the liquor store.
You know, that was your first instinct.
We took a walk to the liquor store.
Yeah. All right, activity number 1, done.
She was so...
Did she get better in the liquor store where there's plain light? Now you can see her.
Far worse.
Oh!
To the point where I didn't want my liquor store salesman seeing the person I just brought in with me. I was like, fucking wait in the hall. It was bad.
Okay, alright.
My liquor store guy is like from Bangladesh, I want to say.
Yeah.
And he has no problem just roasting me about everything.
you don't want to give him ammunition.
Yo, bro, like, that bitch you brought in the other day, and I'm like, shut up, dude. Gross, bro.
Yeah, sometimes they're a little too free.
Absolutely.
With the language, they tend to say some things. You're like, hey, look, I'll make one fucking phone call, all right, and this whole situation changes.
I got a guy named Tom in here tomorrow.
All right. So you kept her hidden in the shadows. You said, please, Batman in the shadows. Like, please go.
Yeah. Be the night.
The dark night.
The second I get this bottle and we're out.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I'm committed to having a nice night. Like, I'm not gonna be a dick.
But you're a progressive dude. Like, you can deal with the situation.
Exactly. Trying to be a nicer person.
She might have a dick, switch to butt stuff. We'll figure it out.
Life is tough.
Yeah. Maybe a lot of adversity. You know what I mean? Have you seen 2020? Life is tough.
Exactly. So I'm like, fuck it, like, make the best.
Yeah.
Let's come back here. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Don't do anything
Too
beyond PG-13.
Okay.
Have a fun time. Very nice to her. She's like, oh, should I leave? Like, should I leave now? And I'm like, you had a drink. You weigh about 48 pounds. You're made of mostly cotton. I was like, it's unsafe for you to drive. Like, you're more than welcome to stay over.
Yeah.
Absolute gentleman the whole night. When my first reaction was like, sprint away. I'm like,
they were a gentleman. They were a gentleman the whole night.
You
were the gentleman.
I was an absolute gentleman.
Okay.
When I wanted to just be like, you gotta get out of here.
It's like, yo, I don't want to remember this.
Yeah, like her teeth looked like a claw machine.
Really?
Full crack face jaw. And
like Edward James Olmos face? Like.
Yes. Yeah.
That level?
Like slouchy, like wide jawed at the bottom, teeth split apart.
So you were looking for sex?
She had Clare-Jawed.
She was. Yo. For those of you who don't know.
Bother you for $1?
For those of you who don't know, Clare-Jawed. There's a Griselda album you can check out if you want to know the details.
Very true.
You'll find it. Can't miss it.
Instantly.
Alright, so she had Clare-Jawed, crack face, and you were still a gentleman and gave her a place to sleep.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Fine night, kick her out in the morning, yeah?
Yeah, please, please, get out of here.
Walk her all the way to her car.
Oh.
Gentlemanly.
Yeah.
And then, no shit, less than 12 hours after, she's in my roommate's DMs, asking when she can hang out with him.
Yo.
I was like, you stupid crack mouth piglet.
Yo, this is fucking real?
She had 0 redeemable factors, and she was like, fuck that idiot. I'm gonna like try to fuck his roommate.
No, that's insane. Either that or the crack had taken over and she was trying to get back in because she saw you had some nice shit to steal around here. Because you do have quite some digs.
Oh.
Did you give this bitch a rapid test?
No, but I did hide my money before she came over.
That's just as good, all right? You're safe both ways.
Yes. I had cash. I was like, fucking tuck that in the socks.
I'd even turn off. I'd even like transfer money from my Cash App. Like that's how serious I think I would do it. I would transfer money from my Cash App because I'd be like, I can't trust this.
I'm so glad she slid into my roommate's DM so I could just tell the beginning part of the story. Oh, and pretty quick into the night, she told me, she's like, oh yeah, and like also like I'm a Christian pro-life who's saving themselves for marriage.
Why the fuck are you on Tinder?